Group is the family center, and the problem they had was lack of security in the story stroll, and they just wanted to see how many people would be using it.
Trying to improve the story stroll. So a few things that we're looking at is kind of some of the visibility within the stroll. So making sure the family center can see what's happening throughout. Also, we wanted to make the pages of the story stroll more interactive, and that was another issue we tried to solve.
Our group, the family center, brought us this issue of they have the story stroll and they can't really see on it because it's out in the woods behind their building, and they don't really know how it's being used, like how often it's being used and what it's being used for.
We're currently creating a security system with the Raspberry Pis, and we're using only one 3D printer because two of them didn't work. So we're using that to create the boxes that are Raspberry Pis and the cameras will go in.
Okay, so our solution is to make like security cameras, motion activated security cameras, and put them in trees so that they can be on the trail, and it'll pretty much give people at the family center visibility when there's action or motion on the trail onto what's happening, and it'll give them like that security and monitoring system that they didn't have before.
Making cameras out of Raspberry Pis and setting that up throughout the stroll to increase visibility. And we also had the idea of using like hand crank lights to light up the pages to give more of an interactive aspect to the stroll. These problems are important because the story stroll adds a lot of kind of a community aspect to the family center. It's something for the kids to get out there and do. So it's very important for the family center, just as something extra for families to do together. So kind of improving it with just something that would be good to have.
Because it can help them get more money, which they need it, because the place that they're currently at is very small. They
just had no security or monitoring system, so we're making security cameras for the trail.
So initial ideas as far as kind of improving the stroll would be to light it up a bit more, and also add cameras to increase the visibility throughout.
Initially, we wanted to do a security system and some way of counting the number of people that went by and a constant video feed, but that's really hard and it takes up a lot of storage, and it's hard to update that and send it places. So instead, we decided to use motion activated sensors that activate a camera, which takes a burst of 5 pictures.
And that, just some of the things that we were trying at the time didn't really work out, so we had to always constantly improve and find new solutions.
Over the course of our idea, we've had to change a lot because we're trying to set up something in the middle of the woods that requires power, and there is no power in the middle of the woods, so there's another challenge of how do we get power out to there? How do we know that's going to work? What do we need for that power? And internet. Shipping takes forever, and the 3D printers don't work, and how do we waterproof boxes? And there's so many questions that pop up. The light bulbs have different volts that they can only handle so much energy, and they can't be bright enough, but they can't point at kids directly in their eyes. And the cameras, they need to be able to point this direction. The box can't be in their way, and there's a lot of problems. A lot of things you have to think about when the solution was just so easy and simple at first. A lot of them were solved by prioritizing and pushing them off. And we kind of discussed as a group what's really important and what we need to work on right now for us to be able to move forward. So the stuff about shipping and the 3D printers not being able to work, what can we do now? Well, we're trying to get those to be fixed. So as we're waiting for the shipping to come in, what can we be designing, or what else can we be thinking about? We started with the Raspberry Pi programming because we had all the materials that we needed for that while we were waiting, and while other people in the group were ordering stuff.